Okay, so I did go into Goodwill, but the music was really loud, so I didn't want to videotape in there to avoid kind of copyright issues with YouTube. So here's some of the things on books that I'm going to be donating here in a second. But I did buy this mystery box, and it's just loaded with all sorts of figures and stuff like this. You can see that you can't see it very well. Taped up. Now one end was, the tape was broken, and I was able to pull one figure out that I looked, and I'm like, you know what, here's the price, $46. I got 15% off because I'm 56 years old. I got the senior discount. So we're going to open this box and see what I saw and see if it was a good gamble. So this is what I saw down here. This is Mark's Plastic Toys, and it looks like it's in really good condition. And I believe this is a vintage one, and it's a big one. And then we have another one right here. I'm not sure if this is Mark's or not. Here's another one here. You got knights, you got all sorts of little figures. We've got, I don't know what this one says. Let me put my eyeballs on so I could read. So we may just have one Mark's figure. He may or may not sell by himself. And we've got, that looks like a Pokemon right there. That looks like a Pokemon. And that is 2015. So we got Pokemon in here. Let's go down here a little bit further. Oh, don't know what that's for. Magformers. We got a lot of plastic toys. Oh, this guy's old. Check this guy out. He came from a carriage. You know he's old. So let's get back to the storage unit where I'm not standing in the heat. But you can see that whole thing is loaded, and bought it at the Goodwill Superstore in Miami. All right, here we are. We're back in the storage unit, and we're going to get right into this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to unpack this because, as we saw in the introduction, hundreds and hundreds of pieces. I'm just going to pull them out. Got my faithful Ziploc bags, and I'm going to lay it out on the table. Then we'll scan the table, and I'll throw some comps up at the end of the video. So let's get started. $49 mystery box. We saw it. Let's get into and see how many of those big figures we have and what else we have in the box. So here's the deal. I didn't go through all the bin. It's about halfway empty, but I think it gives us plenty to look at. Let's do it, and I'll throw some comps up of what I've seen, give you some insight into what I've researched, okay? So here we go. All right, here we go. Hopefully I transition. All right, I have pulled out, in the first part of the video, I said, well, I know at least I have one of the 6-inch figures. I didn't count it up, but you can see how many of these we have. We have Indians, we have cowboys, we have military. The two interesting ones, I think, right here is the blue one on the end. That's a cowboy that looks like he's gotten shot, and a military guy that's been shot. So we've got knights. Not all of these are perfect. Not all of them are sellable because they're broken. They're missing something. Like right there on that green one, you can see the end of his rifle's missing. But then we have a bunch of these little figures here. And this one in particular, I did some research on. the Bat Boy right there, that is a Heartland figure from, and it could possibly be a remake later in the 60s. But that goes anywhere from 20, I'm gonna throw it up like $24.99 all the way up to $100. In that condition, it's probably gonna be closer to the $24. Then we have all these little Olympic figures. Here is this one right here, the football player. So I'm gonna be looking up, I'll throw up some comps. Another one to make attention to, the little cowboy right there. Let me pick him up, my camera. Let me pick this one up right here. I believe this is a Tempo, Timpo figure from the 50s. This could be worth potentially $100, but anywhere south of that. I mean, I have to do some research because I have to look at the white with the brown sash, but that is, that's crazy if that turns out to be the bank robber from that series. And then we have in here, and all of this is ending up, 90% of this is marks. Here's the little figures that we have. I didn't even go through these. These are like this is like a 2-incher. Just literally, there's probably 500 pieces in here. I'm going to bulk all them up. I got to separate them by colors, separate them by theme. Here's an Olympic one. Here's another Olympic one. You know, but then we have yellow Indians. We have red Indians, we have green cowboys, and you have to just mix them all up in there. You have to just put them all, yeah, here's that right there. You know, so I have to separate this and put them in certain play sets. And then here's the pile of vehicles and stuff. So I might just lot all of these up. Some of them are broken, so they're not going to have a lot of value. So all in all, what do you think of my $46 purchase? I'm going to throw the comps up. I've been, hopefully in the video, I've already put some comps up. Let me show you again, and I'll throw some of these up. What do you think? Give me your thoughts in the comment. Was it worth $46? My personal opinion, yes, it was worth $46. And we'll see how much money that I can make over the next few months. Because none of these are real fast sellers, but they will sell. All right, so there you have it. There is a lot of stuff in a $46 purchase. Thank you for watching my video, and if you have liked it, please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be putting out more videos like this in the future. For all the things that said about Goodwill, you can still find treasures. You just got to get out there and do it. So get out there and do it. We'll see you in the next video.